Tremble before me, Galaxy. The Lord of Plagues is here. Hey folks, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Galactic Civilizations 4. As I've been thinking about this game, there is a specific race that I really want to try out on the channel because it just seems thematically appropriate for me. More on that in just a second. Before we get started though, I want to say a big thank you to Stardock Entertainment for the continued partnership and sponsorship for today's video. It's very much appreciated, and there is a sale going on for the entire Galactic Civilizations franchise as of right now when this video is going live. So if you guys want to learn more, I'd highly recommend you click on that link in the description down below. Now, let's go ahead and start up a new game and I'll show you what I'm thinking today. There are many races in Galactic Civilizations 4, besides the ones you can create for yourself. But the one I want to play with today is called the Cosmic Contaminant. Oh god, it's disgusting! Not exactly a single-celled organism, but definitely not what you would expect for an intelligent life form. In fact, its intelligence is actually very questionable. You can think of this as a plague, a blight upon the galaxy, a species that thrives upon radiation and pollution, and then spreads that to every planet it touches, thereby destroying all other life forms. I think you guys can already see where I'm going with this. I suppose you could think of these guys as like a giant living space bacteria virusy thing. I don't know, it mutates a lot, it's just disgusting. But I also think it sounds extremely fun to play. So let's give this one a go. There is another race that was recently added into the game, by the way, in a recent patch, called the Nyx, which you might recognize. They look very similar to the Yor, and that's because they do have a common ancestry. But we played as the Yor recently, and also these guys seem fun, so we'll play with them instead. Now, I don't necessarily love all of the traits that come with these guys by default. I suppose the starting control is not half bad. The extra soldiering I don't think is going to be necessary for me. Fast movement is not bad. Planetary defense, I'd rather just be so strong the AI never attacks me. So what if instead we just toss all those points over towards something like productive? You'll also notice that no one likes us at all, which makes sense. We're just a living plague. This does mean diplomacy is going to be a bit of a problem for us, but it's fine. And I'm going to completely randomize the rest of the nations in this galaxy. I don't know what to expect. And here we go, and I love the description of this particular civilization. No unifying culture, language, or even a genetic heritage. They evolved, for lack of a better word, on a highly radiated planet. Yeah, we're basically just questionable, living, writhing biomass with the drive to consume. That's all we are, that's all we need to be. Don't question it. One of the reasons I think these guys are going to be really fun to play with, though, is because we are radiotrophic. This means that we actually gain our food, our growth, through pollution, not normal food. So the more we pollute, the happier we are, the faster we grow. This means we can really focus heavily on productive buildings. We don't even care if we pollute the planet to death. That's actually our goal. It's a feature. So like this network nexus right here, plus 10% pollution, that seems like a great thing to add on to my planet. 100%, gimme. But this amoebic incubator for faster growth and fission, reducing pollution? Blech, seems terrible. I don't strictly know if there's much point in getting an agricultural district to grow food. Maybe there is, but my understanding is that's not really necessary for us. Although maybe the pollution's really just a modifier to the existing food. I'm not sure on that. I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? So let's see what worlds we could colonize. There's a size 20 over here with only 20% pollution. Not good enough, but we'll make it better. Colonize. That was fast. Ooh, a third planet over here. Wow, this is actually a really good starting system. We do, of course, still need to hire up some of our leaders, because even if we are a writhing amoeba, we're not uncivilized. I mean, maybe a little bit, but that's beside the point. Shut up. It is worth noticing, though, that all of our leaders have atrocious social skills. It's non-existent for us. We don't believe in society. We've got our Imperial Doctrine now, which means we will be able to start spreading across the stars. Universal Translator, is that something I really care about? No, not honestly, I don't think I do, because no one wants to talk to me anyway. Why would I want to talk to them? Might be better to go for basic things like asteroid mining, just to go for some early production boosts. We do like that. And let's see, land exploration, income, and pollution. I mean, this can only be good for me. Normally, this is a trade-off with people, but for me, it's just a net plus. Or just spread 10% pollution through all trade routes? I can spread my toxins to the other civilizations. That is mean. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, hello. My first victim. And you're already green. Excellent. You won't even notice the radiation. She has hilarious hair, though, and speaks in silly sounds. La yolele po. I don't know what you're saying, and I don't care. You don't make sense! This is GNN. Today we review the innovators of the cosmos, and there are no amoebas in our top 5, which means they are doing terribly. Shall they ever recover and become the technologically superior giant space amoebas they're meant to be? More at 11. Yeah, admittedly, my research is truly atrocious. I didn't even realize it was going to start off this horribly. It's bad. I'm working on it. The more production I get, the faster we're going to scale, but it takes a while. We can continue down the nihilism traditions, though. Now, I don't think I've played with nihilism in quite a while, so this is going to be fun. 3 free supply ships, more income on all worlds? Yeah, sure, all right. We're so detached from consumerism, there's plenty of excess stuff. That doesn't seem like a bad thing. Maybe nihilism is good. We could unlock crime waves? Sure, or alien civs where value your trades 50% more. Wait, is nihilism the trade focus? I don't remember that. Nihilists on a planet have their stats increased, so my citizens just get better. That's really good. Yeah, Death Commandos, Terror Stars? Wait, can I build a Death Star? I want to build a Death Star. I guess we're gonna find out later, aren't we? Oh, there's the green skin people. Oh, they're not very far away from me at all. Uh-oh, I better colonize some of this stuff and fast. Oh, and I do believe we found a minor power, right? Some of these little minor peoples? Good. I look forward to conquering them and spreading my irradiation. Oh, and another one over here too. Even better. I did actually increase the number of minor powers on this particular map. I thought that might be kind of fun. No regrets at all. Another round of aliens that we can meet. Look at you with 4 eyes. I also have like 3. We're practically cousins. We're gonna get along great. I can tell you already. It's gonna be absolutely fine. Actually, my main issue is that you also are uncomfortably close to me. I'm gonna have to deal with that. I would like to get a little bit more science, though. At some point, it doesn't matter how much we expand, if we start falling behind technologically, the other players will absolutely have the ability to take me down. And I can't allow that. I can't allow that one bit. I like, by the way, the description of some of these leaders here. Has a relatively uneventful life due to being a germ. Yeah, basically that's what we are, yeah. I guess we should finally research that universal translator. Not because I care about the other players, but I probably should talk to some of these minor powers and just find out what it would take for them to just subjugate to my pollution. Look, germs don't usually ask what people's opinions are and stuff, but I mean, if we can find a way for them to willingly take me in, I guess I'm not opposed to that. Well, there's that universal translator. That finished fast. Thank you. Now let's talk to some of these people over at, let's say, Logan. Oh, hello! Aren't you a disgusting little Furby creature? We can't really do much as far as like trying to get these guys to willingly join my empire, I suppose. But what we can do is trade with them. And eventually, by trading with them, increase their pollution and get them ready for conquest. Is that a little bit mean-spirited? Maybe, but do I care? No, I'm a giant space germ. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and start offering some of my technologies with all the other races now that we have discovered them. Mainly things like radiative world shaping. Who cares if they're better at shaping radioactive worlds? They're not gonna use them, probably. And even if they do, that's good for me. I want more radioactive worlds in the galaxy. This is especially good if it starts getting me things like research districts upgrades. Yes, please. We have our first trade route with Logan over here, which is worth a whopping 3 trade value, I guess. It's a little bit of income. It's not a lot of income, but it's a little bit. I often neglect, I think, the trade system in the game, so I'm trying to be better about that. What the frick? Hey! I just watched these guys put a starbase right on my border! What do you think you're doing? I actually don't know. I don't know what they think they're doing. I just know that I don't like it. Why, if I had a big navy, I would take you downtown and then show you what for? No worries, there's still time. I'm intentionally trying to gather as much of the Illyrium as possible here because I really would like to be able to get lots of strong beam weapons. I feel like at some point, just focusing on like one weapon type and everything you've got into that is not a bad strategy. It focuses your research a lot more, and it also means you can focus on just colonizing a handful of specific resources instead of trying to do everything at once. Maybe that's dumb, maybe beam weapons aren't even the best, but it's what I'm going for. One thing I am noticing is it doesn't seem like other civs have any techs to trade with me, with the exception, of course, of the Zalaxi, who scare me a lot because they're very militaristic, and they have a lot more military techs than I do, but no one else is willing to trade anything. Which either means I've finally caught back up on science and I'm actually doing really well, or, I don't know, maybe we're in trouble. We found a ruined ring world, though. Now that sounds like something I want to infect. Where, though? Where did I find a ruined ring world? I'm not seeing it anywhere. I'm sure it's somewhere. Oh, there's the ruined ring world. Found it! Okay, cool. This is where I want to go. Oh, and it's already halfway polluted. Even better. Oh. Found some gigamass. Okay, well, this is just was going to happen naturally by the fact that we control the ring world, which is fun. But now we actually could go for the research to start harvesting gigamass and try to get there before anyone else does. It's a little expensive to do. But if we've got decent science generation, we can race to it before anyone else. It might honestly be worth it. But gigamass theory would still take me 37 turns. Oy, oy, oy. I'm gonna go with not worth it. Not worth it yet. Eventually, though. This is GNN. The space amoebas continue to expand across the galaxy, experiencing unprecedented levels of prosperity. The giant space germs have the highest GDP in the galaxy. Let that be a lesson to all of you. You should be ashamed of yourselves. How are we doing against the other civilizations? For the most part, pretty good, it looks like. The navigators are way ahead of me in terms of things like science. The corporate's doing really well in terms of production. And the Zaloxi are better in most ways. They're also the most militaristic of the bunch, so I'm a little bit concerned about them. But for the most part, I think we're actually keeping par as the giant space germ. We need to find someone we can kill soon, though, because I'm pretty sure that my primary method of growth at this point is going to be conquering and toxifying worlds. I mean, these guys just got their own ruined ring world in my space. You think that's allowed? No way. No way, no how. It sure looks like we're not doing very well for ourselves, because I haven't claimed this massive amount of the galaxy. And as a giant space germ, you kind of would expect me to go a little bit more ham than this. I'm working on it, though. 2 more turns, and then I have battle cruisers unlocked. 1 more turn, sorry. And with battle cruisers, I should be able to start strapping on enough mass to do a load of damage, especially down to the corporation, since they are, for the most part, in range. There we go, with cruisers. All right, what can we make happen here? Well, we have 36 mass to work with, so we definitely want to have plenty of lasers. And I've been stacking up some Illyrium for exactly this purpose, so we're going to focus hard on this. Plus, of course, we do still want some basic defenses. Some shields wouldn't be a bad idea, maybe even a little bit of point defense. And definitely a slightly bigger engine. All right, so this seems like a pretty solid frontline cruiser. And I'll probably want to build another one that's actually intended to fire off at, let's say, the small little combatants, right? Take out the fighters and bombers. And the main point is to bring along some troops so that we will be able to invade planets. And if I can start developing a huge fleet of cruisers, I think that's when we pull the trigger. And to test these new soldiers, let's start by attacking some of the minor forces that are technically not the other players. It should be a little easier. So in 2 months, we will invade Logan and take this all for myself. And go forth, my little germs! Kill them all! The contamination shall spread, and I regret nothing. So now this planet is mine, and it's sending all of its resources and science and stuff over to the ruined ring world, and I didn't even have to start an intergalactic incident to make that work. Easy. Not exactly what I would call a true challenge, but it's fine. And I can make them even better by embracing fatalism. We're all gonna die anyway, so who even cares? Look, let's be honest, I'm just doing this because I want to get to Terror Stars, okay? It seems fun. Now, I don't know how strong the corporation really is, but I think now's the time to go for a little bit of sneak attack action. Let's destroy their starbase so they can't bring any reinforcements in. And then, oh boy, you actually have a couple of well-defended military starbases over here. That's no good. Pull back. We'll just go ahead and do a quick little invasion over here, all right? Just a little bit of soldiering, no big deal. Wait, why do you have a bunch of my amoebas? How did they do this? They took my germs. I don't know how they did this, but they took my germs. I have to reclaim them. Well, it's only going to take 3 months. It's not even that bad, really. But I am a little bit confused as to how they did that. It will be great to have them rejoin the fold. The question really is, what are they going to send after me? Anything? They've got to have something. They've got some fighters or bombers buzzing around. That doesn't scare me, though. Those are easy. Oh no, they blew up one of my probes. No, however shall I recover? So there's the ruined ring world, now under my control. Okay, so that's going to send everything it's got back over here as well. But they've sent over a handful of their own bombers and other fighters. Again, this is a larger fleet, but not a very scary one. And there's a lot of worlds down here to conquer if I can get in here fast enough. So let's see exactly how this plays out using some of my frigates. The answer should be very, very good for me. I don't expect to have any real losses here. Lots of lasers going around. Cruisers doing some pretty respectable amounts of damage. And they can't even punch through my shields. So even though they had a decent amount of strength, my weapons and my armor and shield technology is superior. Surprising absolutely no one. Hey, cool. Free XP. Thank you. What the frick is this? Ah! Wait a minute! No! Where did the giant space squirrels come from? And why do they think I have their nuts? He looks like he's someone straight out of Five Nights at Freddy's. Is terrifying. Legitimately, though, he stole one of my planets. Great. Yeah, sure, why not? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'll just have to train up some more cruisers back home. I'll tell you this for free, though. That is not what I was expecting. Why did I get attacked by the giant space squirrels? Oh, wait, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe I can use the squirrels to spread what is the equivalent of the space Black Death. They're close enough to rats, right? And I am a germ. Look, that's a bit of a stretch. I know it, okay? But it's a little funny, right? Okay, so we managed to snag all 4 of these planets over here. Now, placing a governor in this area wouldn't be a bad idea. If I can afford someone, you're actually shockingly cheap. That makes me a little bit suspicious. So I'll place you in charge of Solus 3, like so, thank you. And this is a very developed world already. Hello. Terrible manufacturing and science, though. What were you even doing? It's all food! This might just be one of the worst planets I've seen in a long time. I am regretting keeping this. Regretting it very much. And there go the corporate sector. Okay, that is officially taken care of. All your base now belong to me. Which is great, because now I can build a whole bunch of constructor ships and take over all their former mining operations. Now I look like I control a pretty decent chunk of space, don't I? Yeah, more respectable for the germs. And my production in science is skyrocketing as a result. Good. And we can also say goodbye to the giant rabbit squirrels. Okay, this world is back under control. 7 population. Good lord, what would it take for them to go ahead and start redistributing throughout the galaxy? 7 pops is a lot. Funnily enough, though, the next target for me would have to probably be the Zaloxy. The Mantis, maybe. We could take at least some of their stuff, but the rest of them are out of range. But the Zaloxy, we could take on their core worlds and try to destroy them rather quickly. That said, of course, they have the most military ships of the bunch. I don't know where they are at the moment, but they're floating around. Oh, wait, there's the Zaloxy ships. It's just this? They got 11 ships right here, which have some decent strength behind them. It's mostly bombers and frigates, though. I've got cruisers. I mean, put together enough of a fleet, and I think we could actually take this guy on. We have access to the planetary harvesters. All right, that needs to be a high priority for us going forward. And we'll use this to start stripping down every planet we can find. I don't care if they're in my borders or not. We need to absorb everything. Question, by the way, if I were to take it, aw, sad to see a player missing. If I were to take a look at some of you guys, do you even have things like Gigamass? Yes, the Mantis do, which means they've been working on this already for a bit. I don't like that. I'm admittedly rather behind in science right now because working on Gigamass takes a very, very long time. But I guess the AI was focusing on that for a long time, which is probably why it looked like I had an advantage. Oh well. Well, we do get the first harvester for free just by virtue of finishing out the tech. So let's go to Stithnichlis 4, and we'll just grab 5 Gigamass over there and just start building up a stockpile. We're gonna do something a little bit cheeky here. We're gonna go ahead and send some of our fleets to the front line and also a probe, which is just gonna very innocently fly by all your main planets. Don't worry about why, okay? That doesn't really matter. It's completely fine. We're just on a tour, all right? We're touring the galaxy. I just wanna take a couple quick pictures, and then I'm out of your hair. Don't even worry about it. Also, I think it might be time to go ahead and unlock the Terror Star. Yes. So let's see, you've got yourself an economic outpost, a cultural outpost. Do you not have any military star bases? There's one right there. Okay. So as long as we stay away from this, we might be okay. But where beeth your main fleet? That is my question. Because if there's anything that can mess me up, it's a sudden, unexpected fleet swooping out of nowhere and going boom. Oh, you're killing the Mantis right now. I know where they are. They're way over here. This is the perfect time to kill them. Why, yes, Aloxy, this is a number of ships walking through your back door. No, you don't have anything to worry about, because just like the common cold, I strike when it's least expected. Actually, they're gonna have pretty serious defenders around here. This might be harder than I thought, maybe. Bah, whatever, gotta give it a go eventually. Let's try. War of Conquest. Let's go ahead and destroy some of their shipyards so that they can't do anything. No reinforcements for you. Take a couple of your small little planets out of the way while I get myself reorganized. And somehow I've got to try to take on this planet. This is going to be tough. There's a lot of defenders here. A lot. Whatever they've put onto their components are really strong, and that's kind of why they're causing issues for me. Well, we're going to have to throw away a few ships, but here goes nothing. I expect to lose quite a lot here. It won't matter as long as we win, though. As long as we win, we're going to be fine. take out those big honking cruisers. Take out those big honking cruisers and everything will be great. Just hunky-dory. Come on, come on. Look at all my little tiny ships shooting you down. Come on, get distracted. And that should do it. All right, so when they say extreme casualties, it was not really that bad. It's just a bunch of drones. Who cares about a bunch of drones? And now the planet is ripe for the taking. 2 months is all it's gonna take. 2 months for my germs to infect the world. Is this their fleet? It looks like it is. Yeah, all right. So there's their main fleet right there, carrying a handful of legions. Could be a threat. Definitely could be. Oh, please give up. We don't want to die. No. Germs do not negotiate. Germs only destroy and consume and mutate and whatever else germs do. I will not be persuaded that you deserve anything else. You don't. God, you guys did build a lot of really annoying military bases throughout this empire, though, didn't you? Sure as heck did. Planet's mine anyway, though. I guess knowing that we are about to finish eating all of this stuff, though, we should go ahead and start preemptively building up some more construction ships so I can take over all their useful space. I like grabbing some of these relics and stuff, increasing my control per month, my growth, whatever else. Plus, of course, you always need more mining resources, right? You can never have enough. So what's even left with these guys? Is it just this ruined ring world? Is that the only thing they've got left? I guess I might as well destroy it, mainly because I don't want to deal with all your star bases, so if I just destroy you as a nation, I don't have to worry about them. I've just kind of taken a lot of casualties in the meantime, you know? That's fine. We got reinforcements on the way. Oh yeah, and I needed to figure out how we were going to build a terror star, didn't I? That was a goal. I thought what we did was build it using a construction ship. Maybe not. Does it have to be a harvester now? I think it still does, but I think I also am missing a tech. Oh, yep, it's down here under logistics, terror stars. Okay, hang on. So I've got my space factories. I would just have to research this. Got it. 40 months to research. Oh boy. Still, it would be fun to do. There's no way around it. So screw it. I say we go ahead and start researching it. 40 turns. I'm basically accepting I'm going to have no more science for the rest of the game. 1 month remaining. We'll take down the ruined ring, and that will finish off everything that's Luxy hold dear. And with them out of the way, like so, this entire area of space is ripe for the picking. I really don't see how any other player can even hope to keep up with me at this point. I mean, they can be annoying, but they can't beat me. Although, somehow, weird, the navigators regained almost all of their lost star bases. How did they get these? Wait a minute. No, actually, how did you get all of these star bases? That's not fair. I wanted those. Well, fine. You know what that means? It means I sneak attack you. No one expects the giant space germ. Seriously, though, these guys couldn't even stand up against this Galaxy, and I just beat them. How the heck do they think they're going to survive against me? And even if they could, really, when you think about it, do they even want to? Because, like, once I get the terror stars online, I'm just going to start blowing up star systems. So really, when you think about it, this is almost a mercy. I don't think they'll see it that way, but I don't care what they think. Oh, please, no, we want a ceasefire. I've barely even started fighting yet. It's literally been 1 turn. Chill, the war's only just beginning. Wait, you guys actually do have a fleet. Hold on, what's it doing down over Myaw? It's almost entirely bombers. 39 hit points, that's it? Oh, you'd be the easiest thing in the world to kill. I'm not even worried about you. And so the conquest of Arnor shall begin. 1 turn is all it shall take. Arnor? Oh, you're a big Lord of the Rings fan, huh? Me too. If you were hoping we were gonna bond over that, you are wrong. And now you must die. Literally, I think next turn they're just dead. It's been like, what, 3 turns? 3, maybe 4 turns? This fleet's about to go completely pirate and rogue. There's nowhere left for them to run. See? The easiest war of my life. The germs win again. Holy crap, they put a lot of research stations on Arnor, though. Oh my god, no wonder they were so far ahead in science. This is amazing. And yet somehow, these stats are some of the worst I've ever seen. It's almost like none of your pops want to work. Oh, don't worry. Eventually I'll convert you all into germs or something, and then you'll be sorry. Giant space plant tree thing says my deep space starbase 13 is a threat to their interests. No. And you know what? Poke the germ. Poke the germ. See what happens. Oh, and you done did it. You stole my planet through your culture. I mean, we knew it was always possible, but just, what the frick? You know what? Okay, you did poke the germ. You poked the germ, and now you're gonna get it. Terror Stars, a super weapon of unparalleled might, which means now's the time to place down a Terror Star foundation. Right here will do the job. Okay, hello. So, I need to actually place down all the different modules and complete this thing. That means a bit of money, some thulium, we've got all that, that's no big deal. Storage, I need durantium. The good news is, I'm very good at trading things on the bazaar and I have lots of money. So sure, I'll just buy whatever I need to. Now you want antimatter, no problem, and Illyrium, no problem, and there it is. The Terror Star, complete. You may fire when ready, Admiral. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that we can just move it around like a literal Death Star. It is going to be exceptionally slow. That's fine though, we'll provide a strong escort for it and everything will be fine. Oh, and they just declared war on me. Throw a pile of sludge at the screen. That was a questionable decision, my friend. I've already got fleets in position, and the Terror Star is on its way. Very slowly, but it's coming. How strong do we think some of your fleets are going to be? You've got a lot of frigates and some cruisers, actually. Surprisingly, these guys might be the biggest threat in the game for me. Not really a major concern. Again, I have the Terror Star and they don't. I just have to make sure that I very slowly get it into position. Oh no, please, we regret our decision! Think about what you're doing next time. You saw the Terror Star and you got all excited. Now you're gonna die for it. And just to really scare you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just spawn a couple of space monsters near your fleets. Alright? Deal with these things. They're not very strong, but they might distract them a little bit. I don't know. One minor problem I actually hadn't thought about here. We can't travel all the way to their homeworld. They're out of range. How awkward. Right, we need to conquer one of these worlds just to get myself some range. Then I can blow up the star and take all this stuff, I think. Well, let's go ahead and start building our first Dyson sphere for fun. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Alright, are we finally in range? I think we might be. Yup, do we want to do this so my own assets will be destroyed? I'm aware of this. I don't actually care about anyone on this ruined ring world. I just needed a quick little range. I just needed a quick little jump start to get over here toward Arborcourt, or however you say that. But everyone else on here, they're not germs, which means they can die. Alrighty, are we ready to fire off? Yes, we are! Say boom! Yeah. Oh no, no more stars, huh? Oh, the death cries of your people are music to my ears. Germs don't have ears, but you get the point. So, yeah, say goodbye to my ring world, but also say goodbye to the rest of your planets. Now all I need to do is lay siege to their homeworld, and that civilization will die. And that takes care of the Baratic Grove, which means Mantis. You're next. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. Oh, what a lovely Dyson sphere you've built over here for me. Thank you. Ooh, the Mantis have 19 ships sitting over here. Actually a decently sized fleet. Might actually be worth trying to intercept this before it can do any damage. My Terror Star's on the way. It's only a matter of time. Ooh, they're coming in for one major final fight. All right, you know what? I think this is worth watching. One final stand against my Terror Star. I suspect it will do you no good at all, but we'll find out. Admittedly, you do have a lot of very high evasion small ships, which is going to get annoying. Okay, you blew up some of my stuff. I'm already a little bit angry, but we're getting them down. Okay, say goodbye to all your small ones. Now we focus fire on your flagship, and that should be it. If only the Terror Star could just charge up one giant beam attack and just blow it up. That would feel pretty good. But okay, overall, didn't lose much. And that, my friends, is why you always provide an escort. Are we finally in range? We sure are. Oh, and you even have a Dyson sphere here to blow up too. That would be fun. Now we just wait a couple of turns for some fireworks. And oh boy, as an American, I sure do love my fireworks, don't I? Yes, sir, I do. We are ready to fire! Well, great. I say do it. Let her rip, boys. Boom! And unless I'm very much mistaken, that should have just eliminated the Mantis from the galaxy as well. I am not mistaken. The Mantis cluster has been destroyed. Once again, the germs shall be victorious. Truly the most insidious of all semi-life forms. So let's take a look at that timeline there. We actually kept pace with the AI reasonably well, despite the fact that we were truly atrocious at science for a very long while. But you can see once we began our conquest spree here, that's about when we truly took off, and there was no stopping us. You know, kind of like an actual plague upon the galaxy. Once we hit critical mass, that's it. All life forms are doomed. Well, that was a fun little run of Galactic Civilizations 4. I'm glad I finally got to do a Terror Star game. I don't usually do it because they're very slow, but you can't deny they are exceptionally effective. Once again, I want to say a very big thank you to Stardock for sponsoring today's video. I had a lot of fun with this. If you guys would like to learn more about Galactic Civilizations 4 during the Steam sale, there will be a link in the description down below, and I would encourage you to click on that. I would also highly encourage you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.